Welcome to Echoes of Time, your portal to the forgotten pages of history. Prepare to have your understanding of the ancient world reshaped as we journey into a past so forbidden it defies every expectation. Deep within the unforgiving deserts of Western China, a silent testament to an untold saga lies entombed beneath the shifting sands. For over a century, the discovery of remarkably preserved bodies in the remote Tarim Basin has ignited a firestorm of controversy, challenging fundamental assumptions about human migration, ancient civilizations, and the very fabric of global history. These are not the mummies you would expect to find in ancient China. Their existence presents a baffling enigma, an unsolved mystery that has puzzled archaeologists and historians alike, forcing us to ask, who were these people and what is their story? Our journey takes us to the arid, salty heart of the Taklamakan Desert, a place of extreme desiccation where the elements conspire not to destroy, but to preserve. It was here in the early 20th century that explorers stumbled upon a discovery that would reverberate through the annals of time. A collection of mummified individuals, their bodies naturally preserved in stunning detail, dating back as far as 4,000 years. The sheer age of these remains alone would be significant, but it is their extraordinary features that truly set them apart and sparked a profound, enduring debate. Imagine encountering these ancient figures, men and women with long reddish-blonde hair, distinct European facial features, and a towering height that defied the typical stature of populations then known to inhabit ancient East Asia. These characteristics immediately presented a profound paradox, planting seeds of doubt in established historical narratives. Among the most famous of these finds is the beauty of Loulan, a woman whose serene, almost lifelike face, framed by flaxen locks, has captivated the world, becoming an iconic symbol of this astonishing archaeological riddle. Her presence, along with dozens of others, speaks of a people whose physical appearance seemingly belonged to a different continent entirely. But the mystery deepens beyond their physical traits. The textiles found with these mummies offer another tantalizing clue, weaving an even more intricate tapestry of speculation. Intricate, finely woven garments adorned their bodies, often featuring a distinct plaid pattern. To many observers, these patterns bear a striking, almost uncanny resemblance to ancient Celtic tartans, designs traditionally associated with cultures far to the west. This astonishing detail, combined with their physical characteristics, fueled decades of intense speculation about their origins and a possible direct connection to the far reaches of Europe. Could a people seemingly from ancient Europe have migrated thousands of miles across the vast Eurasian continent, settling in the heart of what we now know as Western China millennia ago? The initial discovery immediately ignited an intense academic debate, and for many years, a prevailing hypothesis took root. It suggested that these mysterious people were indeed migrants from the West, possibly early Indo-Europeans. Scholars posited that groups like the Tocharians, an ancient people whose language bore similarities to European tongues, could have been these pioneers. According to this theory, these migrants weren't just settlers, they were carriers of advanced Bronze Age technologies, bringing sophisticated metallurgy and weaving techniques, perhaps even the domestication of horses, eastward into China. This narrative painted a picture of a massive, unrecorded migration, an epic journey across mountains and deserts, forging an unexpected link between ancient Europe and China at a surprisingly early date. It hinted at a world far more interconnected than previously imagined, where ideas, technologies, and people themselves traveled vast distances long before the Silk Road was formally established. Another prominent theory, while acknowledging Western influence, proposed a different kind of connection. It suggested that the Tarim Mummies were part of a vast, complex network of trade and cultural exchange. Rather than a singular mass migration, Perhaps these individuals, or their ancestors, were participants in an ancient Proto-Silk Road, facilitators of commerce and the exchange of ideas between distant civilizations. This theory allowed for the presence of European features and textile patterns without requiring a complete demographic shift, suggesting instead a blend of cultures, a melting pot in the heart of Asia where different peoples met and mingled. The Tarim Basin, with its strategic location, could have been a vital hub, a crossroads where East met West long before recorded history truly began. The notion of a shared Bronze Age culture, extending from the steppes of Eurasia to the fertile plains of China, began to take hold, challenging isolationist views of ancient civilizations. However, just as these hypotheses seemed to solidify, the relentless march of scientific inquiry presented an entirely new and, frankly, far more startling possibility. In recent years, groundbreaking genetic studies leveraging advanced DNA sequencing techniques have entered the fray, promising to cut through the centuries of speculation with hard data. The results, when they arrived, sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. These cutting-edge studies proposed that the Tarim mummies were not newcomers to the region at all. Instead, the genetic evidence suggested they were a genetically isolated, indigenous population. This meant they were not recent arrivals from the West, nor were they merely participants in a trade network who kept their genetic heritage separate. Instead, they appeared to be direct descendants of an ancient Ice Age Asian group, people who had inhabited the region for millennia. This revolutionary finding turned many long-held assumptions on their head. If they were an indigenous Asian group, how then to explain their distinctly European features, their reddish-blonde hair, and those striking plaid textiles? The genetic data suggested a fascinating scenario. A population that had remained genetically distinct, experiencing little outside intermarriage for thousands of years, yet somehow developing or adopting cultural attributes that mirrored those of distant European populations. Could these features have arisen independently? Or perhaps the cultural exchange was so profound that it left its mark without significant genetic admixture. The puzzle only deepened, adding layers of complexity to an already profound mystery. The truth, it seems, remains stubbornly buried in the sands of time, a complex puzzle composed of genetics, archaeology, and a history that continually resists easy categorization. The Tarim mummies stand as a testament to the fluidity of human identity, the unexpected pathways of ancient migrations, and the constant revelation that our understanding of the past is always evolving. They force us to reconsider the neat boxes we often construct for ancient peoples and cultures, reminding us that history is far more nuanced, interconnected, and surprising than we often imagine. Their legacy, lost for millennia and now slowly being unearthed, resonates with profound implications not just for the history of China, but for the entire human story. Who these people were, their journey, their beliefs, and their ultimate fate remain largely shrouded in the dust of centuries. Yet with every new discovery, every advancement in genetic science, we inch closer to piecing together their lost legacy. The Tarim mummies, with their enigmatic presence, continue to whisper across 4 millennia, their story an enduring echo of humanity's great unfolding history. What further secrets to the forgotten pages of the past hold, waiting for us to uncover and challenge everything we think we know?